Now, our final guest could be described as a leggy blonde whose golden locks and fancy footwork on the pitch and on Strictly Come Dancing floor have made him a household name. He's most recently been putting those fine legs of his towards an even worthier cause by doing a spot of running for Sport Relief. Here to tell us more, it's Robbie Savage. You're a lot taller in real life, aren't you?
Yeah. Do you like being called a leggy blonde?
Well, I suppose I am, so I don't mind.
Because there's a bit of backcombing going.
It's fantastic. So, tell us what you've done with Sport Relief so far and what you're going to be doing.
Well, I joined John Bishop on his amazing challenge on the last leg of it. You know, I run 6 or 7 miles with him. It was an amazing challenge. And now I'm doing the Sport Relief, Twitter Relief online auction, where celebrities, you know, have auctioned prizes. Amazing prizes online.
So tell us a few of the prizes.
Well, there's some fantastic ones. Alan Shearer, Golf Day. One of my favourite ones is Nancy Delolio.
What about her?
She's auctioned a day in her life.
A day in Nancy's life?
Are you providing someone with subtitles so you know what she's talking about?
It's Planet Nancy. She's going to go breakfast,
I'm glad you said that.
lunch, tea, dinner, shopping.
Bit more shopping.
She was on a radio show yesterday saying, you know, this prize has gone for £20,000 or £30,000 in the past.
Wow.
And the guy who was introducing it said, well, at the minute, the bid's at £335.
When are you doing this on your radio show on Radio 5?
Well, it's on 606 and on Twitter. You know, I think
the Twitter.
It's fantastic.
You love your Twitter, don't you? And also, there's this Sport Relief Mile. Just tell us. I know are you doing that?
Yeah, I'll be doing it. You know, everybody can run a mile for Sport Relief. It's just an amazing thing for.
I'm doing it as well.
Are you doing it?
I'm doing it in my hometown in Nottingham
on Sunday.
On Sunday, yeah, I'm doing it.
People don't have to run a great long distance. It's like a mile and a bit longer if you fancy it.
Yeah, well, you can walk it just
yeah,
to
you can do 3, 6, 10, 9, what you want.
So what are you doing Friday night then? Aren't you doing some other sport? We'll talk about that later, but are you doing a Sport Relief thing on actual event on Friday?
No, it's just the online auction, really.
But the show's on Friday night.
The show's on Friday. I'd also did a sketch with the lovely Miranda Hart. Which is hilarious. She is so funny. That's good. Sport Relief's amazing.
She's brilliant, isn't she? Now, we were talking earlier about CPR and obviously about Fabrice Muamba. Can you just tell us what the effect has been on football managers and players and supporters?
Well, I think in football it comes as one when something like this happens. You know, poor Fabrice. You know, hopefully, well, he's getting better. That's the great news, and everybody wishes him all the best. That. You know, it brings football's community. You know, you have hatred on the terraces, you know, you have a bit of banter on the pitch with players, but this shows that, you know, we're all together as footballers when something like this happens. And, you know, I done my CPR on a level 3 coaching course. I listened to you ladies earlier. I'd think I'd panic in a situation.
Did you?
I think I would.
Why?
I don't know, because you're trained to do it, but I think when you're seeing, you know, it's your teammate, your friend there, you know. But for Fabrice, he was lucky that it was in a sporting arena because the help was there.
The medics were
there.
Medics
were there, so he was awesome.
Now, obviously, that's been, you know, very shocking for his family and also for everyone in football. But I know that you've had some great sadness over the last week.
Yes, it's my father's funeral tomorrow. It was hard. He had Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. So, yes, his funeral tomorrow, and you know, but in a way, you know, we've lost my father, but. Alzheimer's is such a cruel disease that, you know, losing one life, my mother's, you know, gaining hers back because for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all she did was care for him. You know, she couldn't put him in a home because she loved him. So he passed away, sadly.
He was still a young man then,
Yeah,
wasn't
64.
Yeah.
You know, he had it at 58. It's sad.
And you went straight back to work, didn't you?
Well, my father loved football so much, and you know, I done my 606 show on my football because he would have wanted me to do that. You know, I got criticised a little bit, but you know, my father was my life; he was my hero.
And you deal with it where you want to deal with it, don't you?
Yeah, because football was a big part of our lives.
Of course.
And without my father, you know, I wouldn't have been.
He would have wanted that,
Correct.
wouldn't he?
He shared some special moments with you.
Oh yeah, you know, that picture there was my last ever home game for Derby, and you know, he was there with me, so we've got some great memories of him. He was a great man, and it's just Alzheimer's is such a cruel disease, you know, for everybody that surrounds it.
And for the carers as well. It's
yeah,
just
well, my mum was his carer, you know, because she would not put him in a home because, you know, she's been for 40 years. And, but she now, that's a cruel thing to say, is she gets her life back because she had no life with my father, the way he was.
And you want to raise awareness, obviously.
Yeah, I'm an ambassador for Alzheimer's. It's an amazing thing, you know, I do so much for them. And, you know, just to see a man who you idolise lying in bed when he couldn't speak and, you know,
was he able to share in any of your experiences recently? Like, did he see you do Strictly or any of that sort of stuff?
Yeah, he seen me do Strictly, but I don't think he was too much aware of it. You know, it was... it's sad, you know, because, you know, I've got my son now, Charlie, he's playing football, he's following my footsteps.
You've got two sons,
Two sons, yeah, and they're both at, you know, Manchester United, and there's nothing more than Grandad, as they call him, would have liked to have taken them to football, but, you know, sadly he can't. No.
Yeah. Now, you're a Welsh boy.
Yes.
And you still live up there?
No, my mother does. You know, I'm from Wrexham, North Wales, but I live in Manchester, so I go back there all the time.
Well, it's close enough, really.
Yeah.
Since you appeared in Strictly, have you found that fans and people treat you differently? Because when you did that sexy move in the Paso Doble, I'm going to How do the public react to you in the street now? You're a little bit embarrassed about it.
Yeah, I know. It was, it's amazing, you know, as a footballer, you know, people come up to you in the street and, you know, criticise and have a go at you, really. And it was a nice verbally abusing you. But since Strictly, you know, ladies like yourselves come up to you and they're very nice to you.
I was thinking, naughty Robbie coming back. Why is he so nice to you? You've just blotted your copybook. No more nice, Janet.
And I'm busy Friday night for the record.
I'm not letting you touch my bottom again either, Robbie.
Janet did actually touch on something, because your reputation on the field was like... I think they got you all wrong, because I remember when you last came on the show, I was surprised at how sort of gentle and sweet and lovely you
No, Strictly was amazing for me. I just wanted to see people's perception of me. Because I was a footballer, I wanted to win, and I'd do anything at all costs, and that was me. But I'm just a normal guy.
Did you enjoy dancing, though? I mean, would you actually have kept it going?
No, I've stopped because, you know, it was...
But doesn't it keep you fit, though, that
very
kind
fit.
of...
You know, I lost 2 stone.
Yeah,
Can we check
exactly.
something out? Hasn't a part of your anatomy been nominated for something? Should we check it out?
Yes, Robbie's been nominated for Rear of the Year to take over from Anton. So we were comparing, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
We were
you know.
comparing proportions.
I must say yours is nice.
Bloody pair of Paso Dobles.
It's all there. But it's wonderful. And obviously you've retired recently from the sport, so it's a whole new life for you now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a new life, you know, just doing my day-to-day job in football. It's a weird world that for 21 years of my life I was playing football, and now at 37 you're retired, now going to something new. But it's difficult, you know. I think it hasn't hit me really. I'm not a footballer no more.
Oh, you'll be in Chicago next week.
Well, Robbie Savage, thank you so much for coming in, and we wish you all the best of sport. Thank you.